takes the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Grab behind the line. It's James. And they keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The sure hands. It's Payne. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, TCU.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
There's a wide-open receiver, complete. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Finds an open target on the left side. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it second and short. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on second down. Makes a quick grab. He shreds the tackle. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. And the Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain in that catch and run.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Receiver makes the grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
That makes the score Hawaii 14, TCU 7.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch, but the throw pulled him out of the field of play. Incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play.
That's the end of that first quarter. With the score, Hawaii 14, TCU 7.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Try and muscle for the first down. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first to keep this drive moving.
And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Makes the catch downfield. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal. What a play.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles. They can get outside. And they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. So 2 chances to score a touchdown in the red zone already. They came up short. Now it's 3rd and goal. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He's swarmed by the defense. So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on 4th down.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, Chris, I can tell you as a quarterback, there's nothing more frustrating than a big defensive lineman who's good at swatting the ball. Because if they don't do it, oftentimes you got an open receiver and a completion.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Caught quickly. We'll get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. The Rainbow Warriors will come to the line to run the hurry up. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. That's a design quarterback keeper. Crossing the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. That's a gutsy call by this coach at this stage of the game in this field position, but it works.
Yeah, they roll the dice here early in the game, and it works out because if they don't convert there, boy, the opposing offense starts in great field position.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the 1st half. So looking to keep this drive going. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. Rainbow Warriors lining up here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Quick spin on the run. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that 1st down marker. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Less than a yard to go here on 4th down. The offense is going to go for it. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal.
With the carry, it's the runner. Picks up the ball. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal.
Ringo, moves. Cut it.
And he'll set up to throw. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Hawaii. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Caught over the middle. It's James. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And the pass caught inside the 15. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 26-yard attempt, should be automatic. And that one's straight down the middle. The minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the 1st half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the 2nd half.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's complete downfield. Oh, and it's a fumble. The ball carrier lands on it and gains enough for a 1st down. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. And the Rainbow Warriors starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. The Rainbow Warriors pick up enough for a first down. Catch made on the out route.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Looking to pass here on second down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback drops back to the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. This offense is still clicking. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And here comes a deep shot. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36. And now the first play of this drive will begin at the 36. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it for a big gain. Breaking free at the 35. Touchdown, Hawaii. Strong game by this quarterback. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And they go up 18 after the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the TCU offense takes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Using his legs on the scramble. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs, is always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Gets some space around the 30. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. The Horned Frogs looking to keep this drive rolling. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. You got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Stiff arms the man. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Extending the play now. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run here, taking a deep shot. He's got it right near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Christian.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's picked off in the end zone.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
23.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. Last time out, a 1-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? They're going to run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Hawaii 35, TCU 23.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's intercepted. The last thing they could afford. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the TCU offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Trying to extend the play. On the run here. Lets it go. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
Caught behind the line. It's James. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. And the Horned Frogs will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Snags the quick throw. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to melt the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. The quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Picked off, a crucial turnover.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
It's a shotgun run call. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Down he goes, a sack.
Well, today's middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover, to be able to be a great run stuffer, also the ability to blitz and get after the quarterback. There's an example of it right there. These guys are becoming more and more athletic every year in college football.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. Looking to the end zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They jump in front here in the fourth. The offense will set up now for the 2-point conversion, trying to extend the lead to 3 points. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And this is caught. Smart call there to go for 2 and make it a 3-point game in the late stages.
TCU 38, Hawaii 35.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. They'll crank the tempo here for this next play. Looking to throw it on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. Cannot get the throw. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch. Tough running that breaks a tackle, picks up the 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line to set a fresh set of downs.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Finds room at the 30. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 1st and 10 now for the offense.
29 Philly.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll run it here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 29 seconds left. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 24 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. And the field goal is good. And that will tie it. Looks like we're headed for overtime. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's going for a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Texas Christian. They go in front in the final minute of play.
What a job by this offense to get this go-ahead score with such little time left. I loved how they managed the clock, managed the situation. They score, and now you give your opponent such little time to have a chance to come back and tie this game up.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And with time a factor here late in the game, they'll just take a knee and they'll start the drive at the 25. They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Deep shot caught inside the 25. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 10 play coming up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, can they catch him? And that pick will seal this victory as the clock hits triple zeros. So the win streak continues for this team. Good job, Kirk, bouncing back. They're just getting stronger and stronger now.
You've seen their stock start to really rise, and these players seem to be buying in. Credit to the coaching staff for leading this streak and keeping this team together after that loss a few weeks back. You can tell this team is bought all the way in.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation